Yo, what's happening? Once again, it's your man in 100 grand. It's Doc G, and you know, once again, just doing a character study. You know, and just looking at a couple of videos, and we gonna break down character. You know, the character of gender dynamics and all that shit because you know it's just like the never-ending battle, and to be honest, it's getting quite exhausting talking about it. But let's go through some of these videos and let's analyze the shit. Of course, this is fair use shit, for copyright purposes, so YouTube don't flag me or none of that shit. So let's look at an example of the modern day woman with this clip right here.
Hey y'all, what's up?
Hey girl, I like this.
You know you want to give me that number?
Because numbers lead to f***ing, and you ain't ready for all of this.
Unless she's scared.
Scared? Boy, if I give you a piece of this, you lose your mind.
Cute.
Nah, he fine as hell. I might let him in once or twice at the prom. I'm too loud for you? Can't concentrate on your book, but the back of the bus is for niggas. This bitch on some preppy white girl shit, reading Little Women.
You right about that.
Oh, so you a smart ass.
I'm with some bitch who gonna let that slide up in her once or twice at prom, end up with his baby while she end up riding the back of his bus for the rest of her life.
Yo, now let's talk about that clip right there. That clip right there was keeping it 100. That clip was keeping it 100. And the girl that you saw on that bus that was bragging about her pussy, basically, real shit. That's how most chicks are nowadays. I mean, promiscuity is praised, man. And shout out to the light-skinned sister that put that thought in her place, man, because I mean that it needs, women need to check other women like that, because man, we can't say nothing nowadays apparently because it's quote unquote misogynistic, but whatever. Let's go to the next clip, shall we? There are far too many, but let me go to this next one.
It don't matter how old a man gets, he's always gonna have options. Younger, finer, fitter, willing. They wasted all their time telling all these good men, oh no, you're not my type, and you too broke for me. Y'all brag about the fact that y'all don't cook. You brag about the fact that you're not cleaning for nobody. You brag about the fact that you're selfish. You brag about all these things that are contrary to what a man wants. What happens is they start approaching that wall. Once they are approaching that wall, or once they hit it, they already got kids, they're not in their prime anymore, and then they get frustrated and try to convince other women that they also don't need men, because now they no longer qualify. Now what are you left with? You're broken, used, washed up, your self-worth, your dignity, all of that done gone. Now what you gonna do? You love talking about yourself, and you could do bad all by yourself, and it's all about me, and because I'm the one, because I'm the prize. Where are your results then? If you the prize, who's the prize winner? If you the prize, where is the collector of the prize? It don't matter how old a
Damn. I'm just saying. Shorty kept it real on that ass. She kept it real. Like all the way fucking real. I mean, geez, man. That needed to be said. If you're the prize, then who the fuck is the prize winner? There was a time when women used to be the prize to a certain extent, because they actually was worth something back then, and they wasn't spreading their pussy to the whole entire universe. But they ain't the prize in 2024. I'll tell you that much. And beyond, let's keep it real. Speaking of that, let's play this clip. She telling on herself.
It is so much harder to love a real one than it is to be in relationship with a fraud.
And again, for the people in the back.
It is so much harder to be in relationship with a real one than it is to be with a fraud. It's just hard because someone who holds you accountable to who you say you want to be, someone who recognizes your potential but meets you where you are, someone who wants your vulnerability. Like, I want to know how you think. I want to know why you made the choices you made. It requires a level of intimacy that you never have to do when you're just trying to see if someone's cheating and checking phone messages. And like, you don't have to be vulnerable in those relationships. You got to be tough. You got to be strong. You got to be hard. But now here comes someone that says, I want to be your soft place. And you got to figure out, how do I tear these walls down? And you have to figure out, how do I give this language? And how do I let them know up underneath this strength that there is still a broken 13-year-old girl, a broken 15-year-old girl. And I got to let you see her and to let you see how she sometimes gets upset and flares up. And it's petrifying to let someone that closely into your space.
And a lot of our women are damaged like this, and hence why they just embrace Pookie so much more.
Well, homeboy kept it real right there. See, this explains why, a lot of chicks, they choose thugs to have babies with and all of that. They mainly choose guys like that to reproduce with, and they choose like low tier type of motherfuckers in their youth, in their prime, because subconsciously they know that they're not worth a good man. Subconsciously, they know that their characteristics are so fucked up that a good man wouldn't be worth their time. Like a good man, they're not worth a good man. This is why they choose Pookie and Ray Ray, but they just don't want to admit that shit. And then they want to goddamn gaslight and be like, ain't no good men. When the truth is, and women don't never really have accountability for their shit, the truth is that they aren't the type of women that deserve a good man. Let me repeat that one more time. They are the type of women who don't deserve a good man. So they choose the dreadhead thugs or the Jersey Shore wannabes and the motherfuckers with the face tattoos. They choose motherfuckers like that because they're not worthy of a decent man. Now keep in mind, so far, this has been women saying this shit. All right, let's go to the next one.
Men today are prioritizing themselves, their peace, their happiness, their freedom, over trying to save women. And unfortunately, a lot of you females will be by yourselves.
Yep, that's about fucking right. Motherfuckers are prioritizing their fucking peace. And that's what I'm doing. I'm put like this. Man, I put it like this. I'm not in a rush to motherfucking date no fucking chick. I'm not in a rush to go out and pay no woman's bills. I'm not in a rush to do that shit. And what? So I can get some ass? I've had all the ass before. I don't care about that. So at this point in my life, I'm like pretty content with just being by my goddamn self and just chill without having a chick nagging in my ear and telling me what I need to be and how much I need to have and all that. Women are basically destroying themselves nowadays. And so far, all I'm showing y'all is women telling the truth to other women about what need to happen. Because if y'all don't motherfucking straighten up and fly right, I'm telling you, it's going to be a dire future for y'all. Real talk. Let's go to the next one.
Most men are so simple, so the way that you treat him will always matter more than what you think you're bringing to the table, whether that be your finances, your education, your cooking or cleaning skills. None of that can compare to treating that man right. So you can lose your man to a woman with no job, no education, no cooking or cleaning skills, because she's got listening skills. She knows how to speak to him kindly, softly. She initiates the sex. She shows him he is desired, and she uplifts that man on a daily basis without him asking. You understand? Why wouldn't he choose her?
Real talk. Real fucking talk. You got other women telling you this. Here's another one.
Going 50-50 or 100% don't change the fact that he's a man that's taking care of his responsibilities and his family. That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all want to be, y'all sit here all day long on social media, all in your camera. I want to be loved. I want to get married. I want a man. I want a family. But y'all don't even know. Y'all know about sacrifice. Y'all don't even know what to do to keep a man. Half of y'all can't cook. Y'all don't clean up. Y'all walk around with these tacky weaves and be acting like y'all the stuff. And you can't even afford to put the right weave in your head to get the man, to get him to pay 100%. Y'all got about 25 children, don't know who the baby daddies are. And then y'all sitting here talking about y'all want somebody to do some 100%.
I mean, despite our kids and stuff, that don't take away from the fact we good women and we deserve a man. And I deserve a man that makes 6 figures.
But what makes you a good woman? You keep talking about this man money.
I cook clean.
But what else are you bringing to the table?
Me?
No. What else are you bringing to financially provide for y'all family?
My looks.
Girl, that ain't providing nothing. Let me tell you something. Me and my husband been together 30 plus years, okay? I wouldn't care if he did ask me to pay 50%. I know I help a good man. And he is worth me paying 50%. I do for him just like he do for me. And it is not going to make me second guess if he's a man or not, because he's a whole king out here. Okay? Going 50 or 100.
I tell you, they gonna learn. They gonna learn. Real talk. You better ask Vivica Fox, old ass. Y'all keep fucking around with that 50-50 shit, talking about some, man need to pay all my bills. And y'all keep on like, oh, I'm too good for the Cheesecake Factory and all that. Let me tell you, your looks ain't gonna last forever, ladies. Your youth ain't gonna last forever, ladies. I'm just saying, y'all better straighten up. Let's see what they got to say here, man.
I mean, some of you wanted older men as well. We didn't judge you for that. We just said, cool, here's what it is.
You know why? The reason you don't judge them for wanting older men is because men are more like an asset appreciating in time. Mm-hmm. Women are more like a liability that depreciates rapidly with time. And subconsciously, you're all bothered by the fact that, as you age, your value is declining. So you have to create a psychological superstructure that makes guys feel guilty about wanting younger women. Because we can sit back and pursue younger women infinitely. And so you have to make them feel guilty so that they behave and they consider you like when you end up like her. So when you end up 30 years old like her with 2 divorces, you still want to be accessible and appealing to guys like me, when in reality I travel around the world and chicks will holler at me who are 18, 19, 20, 21, and I could probably do this for another 10 years. And so you realize that here's the biological reality. Once you get past that 30, you start creeping into something called menopause. And menopause is a cold motherfucking thing.
30.
No, menopause is like 45.
No, it's not.
No, after 30 you start creeping into it though. Like
yes,
your fertility goes down.
Menopause. Yes.
Menopause.
And
menopause is like when your period stops.
No, girl.
Menopause.
It's more
It's
than
when
that.
your hormones and everything start changing.
Hot
I
flash.
think after 30 my hormones just went up like fucking crazy, so.
Okay,
can I
But here's the problem with menopause, right? So you're actually becoming a different person that's less desirable to the guy that you're with, which is why you all should try to be monogamous and faithful to a guy who really loves you and is going to hold on to you. Because when menopause shows up, all of a sudden you're in the room, you're like, damn, it's really hot in here. Everybody else in the room like, the fuck? It's cold as shit. Menopause. It's unexplainable. You're becoming an unpleasant person to be around. He starts trying to max you out. He's like, damn, it's kind of dry in here. It's like sandpaper in this motherfucker. Menopause. Vaginal dryness. He's like, you know what? I think I want to have another kid. You're like, I can't do that. Menopause. So you're having all of these things that are causing you to rapidly decline. And not only that, your mind and personality can be changing because your hormonal balance is changing. So the way you behave and relate to him is also changing. So you're rapidly declining in value, all the values that the guy seeks. And for that very reason, you should try your best to lock in a guy. Marriage is primarily for the female. The reason you're subconsciously angry that guys want younger women is because you know you won't be young forever. And you want to have a hot girl summer, not realizing that shit is really limited. You better lock in a guy before you turn 24, because after that, low key, people ain't checking for you. It's a wrap.
But would you agree? Wait, can I give an example, ladies? I've been
Yo, homeboy spoke a word on that shit right there, man. Homeboy kept it all the way real on that ass. And I'm telling you, man, I just find this shit hilarious. You know? I find it motherfucking hilarious, man. Let's go to the next one.
Notice most of us black women, we do an outstanding job at keeping other black women single. Girl, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them men. Girl, don't listen to them pygmies. Girl, wear what you want to wear. Talk how you want to talk. Go to whatever after hour spot you gonna go to. Do you, bar hop, do you. Also, girl, your man is controlling. Couldn't be me. I'd be letting him go. Ain't no way. Ain't no man finna control me ever. What? Control who? What? Not me. Girl, please. Couldn't be me, baby. Keeping them single.
Real talk. Single women keeping women single. Real shit. I'll tell you. Goddamn Bow Wow. Let's see what he out here talk about.
I just want to be single for the rest of my life because I done seen too much. Like, I'm straight, I'm fine too. I can't deal with the headaches. I gotta be out doing what I'm doing. I can't have a woman, you know, women be making movies in their heads. Oh, you, who was that? Man, I was the bottle girl. Like, I'm in the club hosting. That's you thought I was with her, but I ain't got time for that shit. I need a clear head when I go to work. If I'm doing a music video and I gotta kiss a girl, I'm doing a movie, and then you tripping on that when I get home. You was really into it. Look like you was just too into it, huh? You been wanting this shit. Like that's the type of shit I be getting. I don't need that, but yet you want a Birkin bag though. Where you think that bag coming from? You want a $50,000 bag? It's coming from me kissing these girls in this movie and this all this shit. You don't complain but I don't like that. I don't like that energy. I don't like that on my mental. I don't like that. Plus, like I said, I'm a friendly man. I love women. I love to entertain women. I just want to be.
Man, I'm telling you, it's even got celebrities like fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just motherfucking saying.
You know how they have all this conversation around DL men, but we never talk about the DL women.
Women, why do we be like twerking on each other? Like all these dudes just be standing around and women just be throwing ass just on each other. Like why? How y'all be wanting to do, but y'all be in there like twerking on each other? But it's hard to meet a woman at a club when you keep seeing her constantly twerking on another woman. He's confused. He don't know if you like girls or guys. It's not that there ain't no good men. It's just that you don't look available to a good man. You look like you talk to girls.
It's definitely happening. They eating hard. They playing with each other in the house up under the covers. It's happening.
But why are y'all not talking about how y'all be out here fucking each other?
Baby, because when that alcohol gets a brewing, some of us get to carpet munching, ass grabbing, breast squeezing, and don't let them have lesbian friends. Married, in relationships, engaged, all of that. But instead of calling it down low, they call it bi-curious.
I'm so glad a woman finally said this. Women don't go to the club to dance with men no more. When I was coming up, women went to the club to dance with men, and we danced. That's when times was good, when men and women danced with each other. That's why little dudes in the club be fighting all the time and carrying on, because they ain't got nothing else to do. I was doing a show last night, right? And two ladies in the front row.
All right, man, ain't got nothing else to hear from that. But I'm glad that shit was brought up, because, you know, you got a lot of modern day women that like to shame men and be like, well, y'all probably on the DL and da 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 da, and they like to, you know, shame men's dick size and sexuality and all that. But the truth is, females are more likely to goddamn be on some DL shit than men are, because women are the ones they have sleepovers together. They be in the bathroom having whole entire conferences together and shit, man, adjusting each other's titties and having conversations and all that. Like, you know, let's talk about the girls' trips. Keep in mind, I live in Miami. All right? I've seen these girls that come down here on girls' trips out here basically, you know, scissoring each other in public. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it on South Beach a few times. You know what I'm saying? At the Cleveland or at Mango's, at all the other spots on the strip, man. Like, but yet they be the main ones talk about, you know, be out here fucking with men's sexuality and shit, talking shit. When women, modern day women, man, I'm telling you, y'all might not want to say a goddamn thing. A goddamn thing. Let's go to the next one.
So wait a sec. How are you equal if the men are the ones that have to fight and die to defend the country? The men are the ones that build and maintain all the infrastructure. Like, none of this stuff in the studio is built or maintained by women. Do you know that like 90% of infrastructure jobs are still held by men? And that if you look at the top 20 jobs held by women now in 2024 versus 1924 are almost the exact same. So women have had 100 years to do whatever they want, and they still do the same 20 jobs they did 100 years ago, other than we switched out farm labor for HR work. But other than that, we're secretaries, nurses, daycare ladies, early childhood education, administrative assistants, retail workers, all the same shit that we were a century ago. So wait a sec.
I'm telling you, man. Somebody need to say it. Somebody need to say it. Here's one right here.
What man is going to look at that and say, you know what? I do need to pay her bills. Ladies, this is what you should ask yourself before you ask your man, that man, because he ain't yours yet. Ask yourself, what am I bringing to him to ease or make his life better? That's what value is. If you can't answer that question, you don't deserve anything yet. What has that man said in the way that you bring him value? If it's only, let me take you to dinner, let me take you to eat, let me do, why does he want to keep serving you if there's no service back? It is the law of reciprocity. What can you do to support that man? And that is the problem with these modern day women. It is all I, me, take. You got to be careful who you give to, because takers don't know when to stop. I am tired. These people they're ruining this generation. It's literally ruining the generation. And then little girls are glamorizing and fetishizing.
I mean, they got Sexy Red as a role model, girl.
Oh.
I'm telling you. Yo. I mean, y'all seen all these videos, man. You got women holding other women accountable now, man. It's like, because the shit is getting tiring. It's getting tiring, man. And you know, at the end of the day, keep in mind, men are checking the fuck out, man. We are checking out. And you know, keep in mind, I got my passport ready to go right now. Hell, if I wanted to, I'm in a spot where if I wanted to, I don't have to work for the rest of my life. And can goddamn move overseas and be good. And I'm in the process of getting that dual citizenship going right now. Real talk. I'll keep y'all updated on that. But let's go to this next video. This is the last one. And this is basically explaining. This is going to be like a story. This guy is going to tell this story about a guy that got married. And if once you hear this story, it's going to make you not want to get married in this country. Just take a second and listen to this.
Guys, this man drove trucks for 35 years. He was married for 16 years. He worked hard and saved up his money and paid cash for a $250,000 house. This man ended up homeless. Let me explain. Most of this man's marriage, he was an over-the-road truck driver. He would stay out for 3 to 4 months at a time and come home for 2 weeks. Him and his wife had a beautiful relationship. She understood his job, so she never complained about him being over the road. They had 3 children together, and they didn't lack anything. They was well taken care of. 8 years into their marriage, they will always rent a house until the husband did the unthinkable and surprised the wife with a brand new house he saved up and paid cash for, $250,000. As the husband would drive trucks over the road, he started to develop health issues. He struggled with his weight, diabetes, high blood pressure, back issues, and many more issues. So one time the husband came home from over the road. He had a long talk with the wife. He said he was thinking about quitting trucking because it was taking a toll on his health. When he told the wife, she wasn't too happy about it. She kept questioning him, what is he going to do for income? He told her maybe he can start a little business or something. But he said he was very happy that he'll be able to be home every night and spend time with his wife and his children. Plus, he has so many doctor's appointments due to his health issues. So it's just more convenient and it make more sense he do something at home. So he stayed over the road for another year until his health just couldn't take it no more. And then he retired. He was very happy he retired. It was a huge relief off of him. Also, he felt very comfortable retiring because he paid cash for a house. The only thing he had to worry about is paying taxes. When he retired, it was different. Him and his wife never spent that much time together. So 3 months after him being retired, him and the wife was butting heads on everything. They couldn't agree on nothing. It was like they was different people when they was living together. It got to the point where the wife wouldn't even sleep in the same bed with him because he had sleep apnea, and sometimes he wouldn't wear the mask since he wasn't driving trucks anymore. And when he didn't wear the mask, he would snore all night, and the wife couldn't sleep. She hated that, so she started sleeping in another room. It got so bad where him and the wife wouldn't even talk. She wouldn't even cook for him. Sometime it would be so bad he would consider going back over the road. A year after he retired from driving trucks, the unthinkable happened. His wife divorced him. The house he saved up and paid cash for, $250,000. He lost that house in divorce court. He had nowhere to stay. He slept in his car for 2 months until he couldn't take it no more. And he was forced to go back over the road and drive trucks. After his wife divorced him, the only time they would talk is if it was about the kids. When he went back over the road, he stayed out for 3 to 4 months like he normally do. And he came home. He decided to pick up his children and get a hotel so they can spend time together. He tried to call his ex-wife, but she didn't answer the phone. So he just popped up at the house to see if he can pick the kids up. When he knocked on the door, another man came to the door. And she came rushing to the door saying, "Why you didn't call?" And she had a ring on her finger. The ex-husband was standing at the door in shock that another man came to the door. And the ex-wife noticed he kept looking at her ring. Then the ex-wife started crying and said, "I'm sorry. I didn't want you to find out like this." The ex-husband left the house, crying, in pain, didn't know what to do. He went back over the road and drove trucks for several years until one day he died in his truck.
All right, man. Now I'm going to leave this video speaking about that last video. Look here, man. Being a husband, from what I've seen, is a thankless job. You know? I mean, I'm not going to say being a father so much, but being a husband is a thankless job. You're expected to fix things. You're expected to provide. You're expected to protect. You're expected to do this, and this. You're expected to do all of this shit. And for what? You know, all it takes is for the wife not to be happy. Just for her, just to have like a little twinge feeling of just not being happy for a second. That's all it's going to take. It's just for her to say the words, "I'm not happy." And all that shit that you provide for her and the family automatically goes to her. And then for, you know, like you heard in the story, man, this man drove trucks for a living. Shout out to the truck drivers with the CDLs, man. You know, he drove truck. He stacked up 250 G's in cash and bought a house for him and his family. Cash. You know what I'm saying? Only so this bitch could nag him to death damn near, kick him out of a house that he paid for, and goddamn move another motherfucking dude up in there, fucking another guy in the house that he paid for. While this guy is basically homeless, in bad health, and basically had to goddamn drive trucks until the day he died just to survive. That was a sad story, man, but it's rooted in reality, man. I've known men. I've known good, decent, strong fucking men of value, of character, of resolve, who have provided for their fucking families only so their bitch of a wife could divorce them and take everything they have and basically lead them to an early grave, man. I know this one motherfucking guy. His wife, he was a good provider. He was a good provider. He was a great father. His wife stressed his ass so damn bad that he caught a fucking like a blood clot, you know, from all the fucking stress and died. You know what I'm saying? He was a good dude, man. May he rest in peace. But this bitch kept motherfucking his bitch of a wife kept motherfucking, you know, tell him, oh, you need to make more money. You need to make more money. Blah, blah, blah. He made 6 figures a year, and that still wasn't good enough for the bitch. Every time they went out in public, man, it was her, you know, him, and then the 2 sons they had together. She would always belittle this fucking man in public, no matter how good of a man he was, no matter how much he provided. And she stressed him and stressed him and stressed him and stressed him until he literally died from a stress-related incident. Being a husband and being a provider for these modern day bitches is a fucking scam. They don't deserve no motherfucking providers. They don't deserve no fucking protectors. The way they be acting, they act entitled as fuck. And they don't deserve shit. And I'm telling you, man, I'd rather fucking have dual citizenship, fly overseas and be treated like a motherfucking king, than to goddamn give my resources, my money, my motherfucking life basically, and my health damn near to a motherfucking succubus ass bitch that's gonna constantly be nagging, you know, because nothing's ever good enough for her ass. I'm telling you, man, the modern day woman, especially the modern day American woman and the modern day UK woman, y'all better motherfucking straighten up and fly right. Because let me tell you something. Y'all, you know, the whole thing with y'all trying to shame good men into wanting your asses, especially is you decline in age, that motherfucking shit ain't working. That fake soft girl era bullshit that y'all trying to pull, trying to fool us, that shit ain't working either. So I'm just saying. Y'all better motherfucking learn. Because time is finite for y'all. And like I said, men, especially men with resources, we got options. Shit, I could be straight, man. Like I said, man, I could be goddamn retired. Like I said, I don't have to work another goddamn day in my life. I make a decent amount where I could just not work and still be good and motherfucking live like a boss anywhere in the world other than the US. You think I'm trying to goddamn get married and bogged down in this stressful ass fucking environment? Shit, not me. Not Doc G. Shit. I'm telling you, y'all chicks, y'all better motherfucking straighten up. Y'all better tighten up because it ain't looking good for y'all in the future, man. You know, just had to do another case study, man. Once again, it's your friend, it's your man in 100 grand, your mama's favorite side piece, and your sister's boyfriend, Doc G, hollering out. Peace.